morning, my guest will give us more insights about this, and they are in the presence of Dr. Stephen Afrani. He's a lecturer at the Department of Sociology at the University of Ghana, Legon, and also Ajia Amina Saki. And if you are a lover of Ga Kinky, you definitely recognize her. She's the owner of Kinky Boutique at Adabraka. Good morning. It's good to have you both on the show. Right, so let me start with you. Doc, is there any truth at all to what they were saying? Why is it, or is it important for the food that we consume to be from a particular tribe?
I won't say, because there's a cultural dimension to that. The issue is that people are brought up in a particular area where they are used to certain kinds of foods. These are foods that they have prepared over years, so they are more competent in handling the food in terms of what goes into that to make people like and all that. So the idea of preferring that somebody from a particular area is preferred to other, I mean, there's some kind of genuineness in that. But in the recent times where migration people have, some people have become more competent in other people's cultural food than themselves.
Exactly, and especially when it comes to cooking, we are made to believe that the more you cook or the more you try your hands at it, the better you get at it.
That's what I'm saying. Because I went to Tamale, and the kinky I bought from Tamale was better than the kinky I've ever eaten from Accra.
Wow.
Yes, because it is about trying and trying again, and some people learn, and then they put so much effort in doing. So they become competent, they do that, they feel, they look back what was supposed to have added that was not added. So as they keep on preparing, they build their competence in preparing those foods. Right. So now to pin down to say that specifically for food should be prepared by, or better prepared by, the Ashanti. You go to Volta region, you can eat better food than what you have eaten in Ashanti because of the intertribal migrations and all that. People go to other places, they learn, and they go back home and they prepare better than the traditional people, the indigenous people themselves. So ideally there's some truth in it because it is designated to certain areas as they are noted for that. Right. But
so it would just be natural that
they will be good at that. Right. You are brought up in that, so naturally you become better person in that area. But I think with the migration and the interaction around everywhere now, going there to find out whether you want ever or this before I buy the red that we have been eating from secondary school. We'll go to dining hall not asking who prepared it.
Right.
So okay. I think so.
Now, Adia, I mean, it's an undisputable fact that you are the best when it comes to kinky. But do you feel like you can prepare other meals equally as good as you do with kinky?
Yes, we do. Because we prepare.
Do you do other meals?
Yes.
Apart from kinky?
We do wache, jollof, banku, kokonte, etc.
But are they as well patronized as the kinky?
No, the kinky is more, because let me say, the kinky is more.
It's more popular.
More popular than the rest. Because
Unye nkraini. Uye nkraini.
Me nkraini.
Uye nkraini. Na Aja na ifin.
Me a Muslim.
But osansi nkraini.
Me nkraini.
Nkofo ye confused kaka so mo ba ho mo bisa say uye nkraini and so mo talking kina na say they don't mind.
Oh, it's not. Omunta ehwe but sana obeye no. Oh, the way to prepare it. Or not the oba opeduane papa di
say fa dem so yen kwani ana ana so omu so well say they know
so they don't ask about all those things much.
Maybe mo so buy baby say bia wo ye wache ana toes afia na bibi
what we say I say sisi ano ejuma no etre eti I can't kwa ibu wa di ene wa di kinki ocha opisa osise enti ye say ye di bibi beka ho na ama ebia obana enye kenke na opewo ena mi pewe wo bibi nso wo ho a obetimi dia asisem
na wan kasa so wo ko baby na wo ko to dia na ya wo pese wo hu se nipa no wo free here na say
ya me hwe environment
enu ne hia
na me hwe ni o ma bi a odi ye aduane no
because but enye say oye oye north 90 ne watch ni be fine o dey so and obi chill say watch bi o high fine pa obi sa say nipa ni e den ni ana bibisa
David, me share nioma no, me share bi a tomatoes, me share environment, me share ni nioma no, nye nioma bi a say. Oh, nioma bi a say no.
No. The conditions of the food, ne hu hia o say, nipa o baby o free.
Baby, me baby o fini there.
But would you tun say crofo be free certain places be omo ye aduane no fine say.
So a county because me kai say nkrofo bi be fa me call fanti baby NGO bi e ma me ko kire o me se na omu ye dokro but omu ntumi nya no se na to omu bi sam say dokro no ye de do we add how do you call it aglima
to make it more
cassava dough to make it nam si there be brona na se na obeye no se na obeye
no so nim se ni
se na ye no but
so nim na nim
sa ehu nya se nipa ko no ye twini oye we me hwe nioma na ena environment no enu na
like she say you see when it is a indigenous food, people are brought up in that food because that's what they know and they are known. So if you add very small scale to it, then you're up there. Unlike somebody like she had to go there and teach them how they were doing it all right, but the texture, the taste was not like the typical Ghana kinky you expect. But she has been brought up in that culture and she has added to it. She has commercialized it. It has become her business. Okay, so there's more to it to make people like her kinky than even some other guns who have not commercialized it and then doing it every day. Okay, so there's more to it than to say that the person comes from this area. Where I eat my lunch, there are special days that they say we have Tuozafi, and people come there because of Tuozafi. The day that they say we have a preference, some people go there because they want to go in, but they don't ask who is there preparing the preference or Tuozafi. And it doesn't matter, I go there, I patronize in Tuozafi, my colleagues patronize in Tuozafi, but we don't come from there. We don't come from where Tuozafi is made. Because so I think now, especially when you become more urbanized, some of these things naturally give away. We want to see the food and the quality of the food, the environment. You go there, people who are serving and all that.
That's more important. Or that should be more important.
Exactly.
Than who's actually.
Who whether the person is guy or just preparing the food.
Does it affect social cohesion in any way when we begin to discriminate and say, I want my red from an Ewe woman? I didn't even know that red was indigenous to the Ewe. Did you know that?
I didn't know.
I was just telling me this morning. Red no for
normally. Evers
no. So now that was right. And you know the red I just saw I been
so matter so no nioma no was say o hwesa because me kai say me call market one day no cause me kita my finally obi frame say adia me wo tomatoes apeche wo ho me bufu no pa me ka je say aduane na me di na nu bi na aduane na me nua no enu bi na me di me for na me di ejuma I always tell them nipa ku no be di aduane no oni ba
God is there.
God is watching you. So make sure what you will consume is what you serve the public.
But nyame edi enhira gusu a ono no be hira wo ehwe me odi aye no se na nipa ku no odi a enyo no kwa na be yare wusu be yare because ye nyina ye di bi
nti ye njai say ye hwe say why you free na ye hwe say
ye educate a man and near Dianino. Say, ma omunto, nyoma na say no, and find ye Dianino. Bon said Dianini siwa, na I say. A siwa, unton ye crana, a say. Ni omano and ye 2 pipe no more. Yes, suona. Yes, it's at the focusing on that.
But I like the angle you were coming from. Actually, I didn't know that people go out there asking who prepares this food, where the person comes from.
People do that a lot.
If they do,
it gives them more confidence to know that my wache is being prepared by someone from the north.
Yes, but if we do, that is it's more or less a dangerous thing for us to try to pinpoint people where they come from and all that. Now, the kind of nationalism that we expect, because these foods are coming from anybody at all. That's what we are saying. Look at the quality of the food and the environment and all that. That's the most important.
And it's even possible that the person coming from that particular area will not prepare that meal to the best of their ability. Exactly. Someone else can prepare its best.
It becomes just
it's just in our mind.
In our mind, it's a stereotyping
thing. Yes.
We stereotype when the person comes from here, you can do this and all that. So when you are eating, even if it is not that quality, because your mind is because Ashanti preparing fufu.
Fufu, yeah, it should be the best.
So psychologically, you are satisfied. But I think that it shouldn't be part of segregating of who does what and who does. It is the food and the quality of the food.
The most important thing is that you're getting good quality food. Okay, thank you so much for your time this morning. Dr. Stephen Afrani is a lecturer at the Department of Sociology at the University of Ghana, Legon. Ajia Minasaki, of course, is the owner of Kenke Boutique, and unfortunately she didn't bring us anything this morning, but I'm sure she'll send us some tomorrow. Thank you very much for your time this morning. This has been the Social Blog.